Good morning. It is a Saturday and I have wanted to try my hand at vlogging, and so today I am going to do it. I have a lot of things I have to do today. I thought it would be a good variety of just spend the day with me. I've got some cleaning to do. I've got some makeup chores to do. I need to work on my granddaughter's curtains for her room. I have filming to do. I'm going to wash my car, and I have a very ambitious to-do list. We'll see how much of it I actually get done. But I thought you might like to come along with me. Oh, and I have to walk. I am doing a 30-day walking challenge. I'm not sure if I'm putting a video up every week or if I'm going to just wrap it all up at the end. The first week was kind of interesting. The second week's gotten a little boring. So anyway, because it's just the same thing. Anyway, I need to decide on that, and I have some editing to do. So this is going to just be come along with me and spend a Saturday with me. Okay, I set the bar pretty low for my first item on my to-do list, and that was to get dressed. And I also tamed my hair a little bit. So we're going to move on, and I didn't have it on here, but I am actually going to make my bed. So that means I get to add something to the list, right? I don't know how to do this. Again, like I said, people, I'm new at vlogging, so come along and learn with me. All right, so we're gonna make the bed. Ta-da! So here's the thing. I don't have all of the fancy matching pillows and the throw pillows and the, Better Homes and Gardens bed. This is it. Because if I did, I would never make my bed. Full disclosure, I rarely make my bed. I did it for you today. But this is as good as it gets. My kitchen is a disaster area, and so I am going to clean it next. Okay, so that is this part of the kitchen. Now I need to concentrate on the island. We have a bad case of flat surface-itis in this house, and that means that if there's a flat surface, we feel compelled to fill it as quickly and as fully as possible. So I'm going to tackle this next. Alright, so the other video I did in time-lapse, but I think I'll just do this one normal and speed it up if it's boring, which it probably will be. You might notice the stash of VHS tapes on the corner of my island, and that's because my daughter and I are working on cleaning another room and redecorating it, and those were things that we found when we were doing that. So this one's probably going to be a whole lot of me going in and out of frame as I take things where they belong, but that's the way it goes, I suppose. Alright, I have one small stack of stuff that is not mine and needs to be dealt with by other people, and I'm going to set it there and hope that it actually gets dealt with. My fruit basket and my calendar. And the kitchen is clean. So we're going to check off clean kitchen. One of the items on my list today is to do laundry as I go through the day, and so I'm going to fold my first load here. Fun, fun! Okay, so that's one of my loads of laundry. I have another that's in the washer, needs to go in the dryer. When it's done, I will fold it as well, and then I'll put everything away at the same time. So there's progress on the laundry, but I can't check it off yet. Okay, so the order has changed a little bit because I did the kitchen before this because I knew that I would need to stop and eat lunch before I did this stuff. And now everybody is gone out of the house, so it's quiet. And so now I'm going to work on my filming stuff. So first off is clean the makeup vanity, and I really just need to put things away. When I film, I put things in a basket so that I know what products I've used, and sometimes they don't get put back away. This is from my empties. These products need to get put into a spreadsheet, and then I can throw the components away. I like to keep track of what I've used up so that if I want to repurchase it, I can just check my spreadsheet and see, did I like it? Did I not like it? Is it worth repurchasing? All right, so let me put these primers away real quick. I will empty this box, and I will probably speed this cleaning process up because, you know, it's just not that interesting. Unless you really like Clean With Me videos, and then maybe you will like it. I have kind of gotten to a point though where everything has a place, and I'm working still through my declutter series. If you want to see that, I will put that up in the cards because I have done eyeshadows, I've done primers and powders and setting sprays, foundations and concealers, and blushes. So I'll put those up there and you can watch them if you like declutter videos. I am getting ready to film my bronzer and highlight, as I mentioned before, and I have to have this clean because I do the top down. Makes it easier for y'all to see. Okay, so there's a couple of things I need to leave out here because I am testing them. But this one can get put away. These lip products need to go in my bathroom. This is part of my maybe bin from my previous declutters, and I will be going through that and deciding what I'm keeping and what I'm getting rid of. It's just miscellaneous stuff. I'm in the unenviable position right now where all of my brushes are dirty, and I tend to keep them in like sets so that I can rotate them. The idea being that I'll be using one set will be clean, one set to be washed. Yeah, but I didn't keep up very well with the whole washing thing, so now they're all dirty. That, unfortunately, is a project for another day. But I really like to keep one set of brushes clean because if I want to film a product review, I like to use clean brushes, and I don't want to have to stall and not be able to film because my brushes are dirty, and that's where I'm at right now. Not to mention the fact that when they're all dirty at one time, it's an overwhelming task. This is my very fancy mirror elevator. I really need another small drawered cabinet here for things like cords. And I have an extra old phone because the camera still works on it. And sometimes I'll put this one upright while I have my other one on here, landscape, and then I can look in one and film an eye for a short and do the other one landscape and kill two birds with one stone. But I don't like everything just sitting around because then when I'm not using it, it's still just sitting around. I keep the mirror out, I put it back here, and when I'm doing the overhead like this, here's a little tidbit if you film videos and it's helpful to you. Anyway, then I can see in the mirror what's happening under here, and yeah, it's helpful. It's amazing how dirty a table gets when you do makeup there all the time. So I'm going to clean it off first with a wipe, just to kind of get the dust. All those powders, when you put them on, they go someplace, and they usually land on the table and the floor around you. Oh, also, if you like vanity cleaning videos, I have a couple more of those, and I will put those up in the cards too for you. If that's something you like to watch and clean with me kind of videos, I have a couple of organize and clean type videos that are not declutters like this, just like this one is. This table, by the way, is older than any of my children. I bought it in 1988 when I moved into my first place that was not my parents' home or a college dorm room, and it has held up remarkably well. It has one spot right here where the laminate has kind of come off, but otherwise it's in really good shape. I like these little tabletop lights as far as the light that they give. I don't like them because they actually take up a lot of room with their trifold legs. And so one of these days, when I get monetized and actually maybe make a little money from my channel, I do plan to upgrade my lighting and my sound. I do have a microphone, but it's acting up and it actually cuts out. So I'm hoping with the phone a little bit further away that I'm being picked up okay. All right, that's about as good as this is going to get right now. It wasn't intended to be a full organization, just kind of clean it up enough that I can get to a flat surface to do my declutter video. So on to that next. So before I get into setting up and filming my declutter video, I'm going to check off my clean makeup vanity. All right, I just finished filming the top down for my declutter video, and now I'm going to put a little makeup on because I need to film the intro and the outro for that. And this is just going to be like quick and dirty, get some makeup on my face. I'm not even putting a primer on because it's already like 3:30 in the afternoon. Not going to have this on very long. I'm going to use the Wet n Wild Tinted Hydrator. And I'm just putting it on with my fingers. I'm not looking for perfect coverage. I'm just kind of evening out my skin tone a little bit. If you remember, I still have washing the car on my list of things to do, so don't really feel like I need to be full glam to wash the car. I don't have a damp sponge right now, so I'm just going to take a dry one just to kind of soak up any excess product that I might have. There we go. I'm going to use the e.l.f. brightening pen, brightening concealer pen, however it's called. e.l.f. Flawless Brightening Concealer. There we go. And I got a lot of that. This is nice when you don't want like a full cover concealer. You're using a lighter finish foundation and you just want something to kind of brighten up the under eye, cover the dark circles just a little bit. This works really well. And I am going to powder. I'm going to use the Maybelline Fit Me. And just take that everywhere. Even just a quick dab under my eyes. I didn't put any more on the brush. I just used what was there. I am going to use this Flavido and Albedo eyeshadow. I got this from my friend Cindy over at Beyond 50 Skin. She sent me a bunch of products that she got in PR that she can't use because she has really dry skin and I have oily skin. So she sent me some skincare things for me to test out. And then I'm going to do a video with those things so that her oily skin people have an idea of how it might work on oily skin. And I am very grateful that she sent those to me. But she also sent me a couple of eyeshadows because she doesn't really use sparkly shimmers and she knows that I do. So this one is the Velvet Eyeshadow in Rose Quartz. And I love this shadow for just putting it on and kind of a one and done, but it's not just one and done because I am going to use my bronzer also. I think it just gives such a beautiful shimmer on the eye. And then, you know, something on my lips. After all that talking, I am parched. Anyway, what I was going to say is this is in my maybe bin because I'm not sure, but it might be kind of dried out. So we're going to use the bronzer and see what we think of it. I don't know. It might be a little patchy. It's not horrible though. And then I'm going to go ahead and use the blush in it too. I don't like face palettes, you guys, because I forget I have them. And I forget what's in them. If it's blush, bronzer, and highlighter. If it has powder in there. I don't know. It's just it seems like it's a lot of work to me. It's supposed to make it easier because everything's there. But it just doesn't. That blush was really pretty. I know it just all sounds like excuses, doesn't it? I'm going to use an eyeshadow, a fluffy brush, and I'm going to use that bronzer and just take that in my crease with that sparkly shadow and just give it a little depth. What do you think? Okay, this little Rimmel palette may have redeemed itself and earned a spot back in the collection. I'll leave it in the maybe bin for a little bit longer, but it's actually a really nice bronzer color, especially for an eyeshadow. Let's use a little eyeliner, and then I need mascara. Let's go with the Wet n Wild Big Papa. I haven't used that one in a while. It's a little gloppy. I have to be careful. It has one of those wands with the great big end on it. I always get it on my nose. I do not like an hourglass shaped wand on a mascara because when I press it in to try to get those middle ones on my lashes, then the great big end makes a splot right on the, like on my inner, like on the inner portion. It's a mess. I hope you guys are enjoying spending the day with me. I'm kind of having fun taking you along, and honestly, I've been way more productive than I normally am on a Saturday. So don't look at this video and think, oh my gosh, she got so much done. I don't get that much stuff done on a Saturday. Normally I don't either. But planning a vlog and wanting to have enough material to make it kind of interesting gave me the motivation to get that stuff done. And I did get some on my eye. Doggone it. Oh well, that's the way it goes. Just cleaned my vanity and it's already messy again. What is it, the Irma Bombeck quote that was, cleaning the house while the kids are still growing is like shoveling the sidewalk while it's still snowing? Yeah, cleaning your makeup vanity is kind of the same way. If you're going to put makeup on again, it's going to get messy. What am I looking for? Oh, I need some brows. I normally have my hair out of my face when I'm doing my makeup so I can see my brows better. But now you see what I really do when I'm in a hurry. Ta-da! I just need something on my lips and I'm ready to do an introduction and conclusion. I'll be back to the vlog in a minute. Okay, we get to check off something else on my list. Ignore my scribbles down here. That was my counting for my declutter video, and that is what I get to check off. I filmed my declutter video. I am gonna fold another load of laundry and then I think it's time to go wash the car. Okay guys, I am gonna fold this laundry right here and I'm not going to film it because mainly I don't want to set up the tripod again to do it. If you've seen me fold laundry once, you've seen me fold laundry 100 times. And I just don't think you need to see it again. However, I did want to take just a second for you to appreciate that I am folding this laundry while it's still warm from the dryer. Yeah, that doesn't happen very often. And when it does, it is definitely an occasion worth celebrating. So I just thought maybe you'd celebrate with me. Okay, there is the proof that my laundry is done and put away. And that's a good feeling. So now we're gonna go out and wash the car. Oh, wait, we have to check off laundry. Hang on a second. Okay, so my list is kind of a mess, but we are going to check off work on laundry because it's done. I'm actually still washing towels, but what I wanted to get done was the 2 loads of my clothes. So let's go wash the car. All right, it is time to wash the new car, and I talked about when we got this in the video where I also talked about going to the ball game, and I will link that one for you if you haven't seen it. I think I might time-lapse it again. I might start out without it time-lapsed and then time-lapse it just because otherwise it's going to be really boring watching me wash a car. But here we go. Okay, well, the first hiccup is that my nozzle doesn't work. It's obviously been chewed on by the dog. I don't know what's going on, so we're doing this without the spray nozzle, which isn't ideal. I am going to need to go find a step stool so that I can reach the top, and then I'm going to put this on time lapse. Okay, I think the front grille took me longer than the whole rest of the car put together. I do have a chamois, so I'm going to go back over this and get rid of the water spots. I've never actually used a chamois before, so these I got off of Amazon. It was a 2-pack and they were like, I don't know, $11 or something. So if you're in need of a chamois, I'll let you know how these work. I don't feel like this is working very well. And I feel like it's leaving like a residue. Yeah, not happy with this at all, so maybe they need to be washed first? Great. All right, I'm gonna try just a plain old towel. Nice soft cloth. Okay, so I don't know how much of that I got, how much of it I'm going to show, how I'm going to work that in, but that took way longer than I actually thought it would. The front of the car took as long as the rest of it all together. It's summer, bugs are just baked on there, and I wanted to get it clean. There's still a few on there, but I guess that's just the way it is. And the chamois really didn't work at all. Now, maybe I have to do something to prep it. Do you have to wash it? Let me know if you know how to make a chamois work, because I thought it was going to be great for not leaving streaks and that kind of stuff, but it left like a white residue wherever I drug the chamois, and I kind of had to go back and rewash and start again. And so I just went and got an old, really soft towel. It's not completely lint free, but you know, it'll blow off, and as soon as I drive down my driveway, it's going to get some dust on it again anyway. So anyway, that was quite a workout, and so I'm going to cool off out here with my water bottle and enjoy the afternoon for just about 5 or 10 minutes, and then I think I'll go in and work on curtains. Checking off wash car. So the last thing on my schedule today is to work on the curtains for the baby's room, and I'm going to do that just a little bit. I won't get them finished, but I'm going to put the ties on that I have. I am making tie top curtains, and I have the panels all done and hemmed. I just need to put the ties on, and I'm using this color pink and then another color pink. I have to make those still. So these will be tied onto the curtain rod, and then there'll be a darker pink one here in the middle. And then that's probably going to be all that I do today from my list. Oh, I still have to walk. I will do that. So the only thing I have left on my to-do list that was I really want to do it, not that just maybe, is that I need to walk. And I just got out some hamburger to cook for supper. So while that's defrosting, I'm gonna go take a 30-minute walk, and that will finish my list for the day. I'll be back in to check that off. All right, checking off walk. And I know that the film, friend mail, and editing weren't checked off, but that's why they were last on the list, because I knew that it would be a stretch to try to get those done as well.